Media share analysis, September 26, 2016, Mass Comms 2600. My name is Blake Holder, and my ad is on Black Lives Matter. So here's the ad for Black Lives Matter. It's a print ad. So the visual observations I came across with this ad are pretty strong, and the five adjectives I chose are great too. I chose powerful, iconic, reflective, rebellious, and defiant. And moving on to the genders in this ad, you can see that both genders are represented very well in this ad with a variety of facial expressions. In the front row of the ad, most of the people are women, but you can see men scattered throughout the photo as well. Most people appeared in this ad are white, which represents that not only black people must follow the Black Lives movements, but those who are the oppressor must as well step out and say, hey, this is wrong, and there has to be some type of societal change behind this. The camera angle from this ad comes from the side while still remaining close in eye level to show that this is a real ad, this is a real problem going on in today's society. The lighting is not fake, and that shows that in fact this also is a real problem in society. I can't stress that enough. The entire ad has the same light throughout the photo to express that everyone in this photo is involved equally. There's not one person who's the primary spokesperson for this ad or the primary focus of the ad. All the signs in the ad are in black and white to represent the social injustice and the social inequality in America. There is no other text in the ad besides the one seen on the posters. The purpose of the ad. The purpose of this ad is to introduce and sell the idea of racial inequality in America's justice system. The representation of racial injustice in this ad is very interesting considering the Black Lives Matter social movement that is taking place as we speak. Now, the target audience for this ad is pretty tricky. I chose teens, adults, and their elderly, or anyone who can comprehend the inequality taking place in America, or anybody who can comprehend the problem at hand. There are tons of emotions associated with this ad, and I included suffering, anger, and grief. That makes this ad hit home to those who are affected by these tragedies. Assumptions for this ad. One assumption for this ad about gender is that it shows regardless of gender, anyone is liable to feel pain, misery for what is happening in those innocent lives. That's not just a men or women thing. Moving on to race, this ad shows that regardless of race, anyone can see the inequality going on in society and stand up for it. It reinforces the idea that it takes more than the people who are oppressed to stand up and make change. It takes the oppressor as well. Class. Moving on to class, it reinforces the idea that those of even middle class or wealthy backgrounds can stand up for those who are less fortunate than them. Possible consequences. The short-term consequences are that people offended by this ad might believe that those standing up for this cause are not justified because the people in the photo are all not black. The long-term problem with this is that people may indeed brush off this ad and the social movement as another way of minorities looking for some societal advantage. Possible consequences continued. It does not create an unrealistic expectation in America. The audience has heard of all of these social unrest in today's society. This ad is the epitome of social change. The ad is trying to inform others of the social problems going on and wants to create instant change. Is this ad socially responsible? Yes, it definitely is, because it does not promote anything negative, but instead wants to promote a positive change and spread positive light on society. My final thoughts for this ad is that the ad is on a very controversial topic and they did a great job expressing that. It makes a clear stance on a problem and goes to great lengths to defend it. It's a very powerful ad and a very memorable ad. It could be effective depending on how open or narrow-minded the viewer is. The two questions. Question one. The photographer uses which ethnicity group for the ad about Black Lives Matter? A, Caucasian, B, Black, C, all ethnicities, or D, Hispanics? Question 2. Women are the only gender represented in the Black Lives Matter ad. A, true, B, or false? All the correct answers are highlighted in red. Killing Us Softly 3 reflection. For one to view themselves as a citizen rather than a consumer means that one person will now look at the bigger picture of things instead of necessarily buying the product just because. A citizen will wonder how a product is made, why it is made, who makes it, while the consumer will only care about the cost and the perception of having that item. Citizen view on Black Lives Matter. Their view on Black Lives Matter would be that people of color are indeed being mistreated and unrepresented in social justice systems, and that there is in fact social inequality and there must be change that needs to take place. The consumer view on Black Lives Matter would be that there is no real racial injustice in America and that there does not need to be change. Thank you.